you know what we here for. The NBA Finals is here, and we already got it kicking off. I was like 6-2 already. I was like, oh, and he missed it. Oh, okay, Castle. Oh, oh, that's a foul. That well look like a foul. I was like, okay, they go. They never mind. They just stripped Wimby. Man, okay, they got it. They got it. I thought they should have gave it to Brunson first. And I was like, but no, no, no. They playing cat on Wimby. I'm not overly surprised about it. Okay, I was like, that was a good block then. I was like, I mean, to be honest, I was like that. To be honest, that's probably what you're going to have to do. If Cat can stay out of foul trouble, he had a really good shot on Wimby. Mikael Bridges, you got to hit that shot, man. I was like, I did a video and I was sort of saying, I'm like, Josh Hart to me is the key because his whole presence, his whole game, how he sort of plays and stuff. I was like, it going to the basket, getting rebounds. Oh wow, that was it. And to me, I'm like, that's where I'm like, him with Wimby is going to have to matter because I was like, he's going to have to do some type of scoring like he just did. He just had got up a layup. But Mikael Bridges to me is like is the thing that could tear it all up because Victor, primary guy, and you want to say Fox after that, then everybody, and I was like, Harper, I was like, been playing well, but none of them dudes, except for those two, really get their own shot. Where Brunson, I was like, OG could get his own shot. I was like, Cat, of course. Mikael Bridges is the one where it's like, you need a third star, you got that could be it. Ah, I was like, I was watching a little bit of AEW, but that obviously is not gonna necessarily work here. I was like, gonna need a whole full view. Crazy to me is that I'm like, see, I think with Hart also, I was like, I know he been in the league like 15 years, but and whatnot. But I was like, I mean, I know he ain't really been in there 15 years, but at the same time, he's been here long enough that I was like, he need to have like a teardrop or something. Also, I'm really surprised nobody. I mean, I would have loved to see Kyrie really. I would like. I mean, I know Wimby been in the league a minute, so it's not really the same thing. But Kyrie, I was like, God, he could get it off the glass. I would like lay it up so high, and he's really good at like laying off the glass and stuff. That I was like, it'd be cool to see him going to pass Wimby. Like how Josh Hart got his layup block. That Wimby, that Kyrie's so good at throwing that thing up that it wouldn't matter. Of course, they go to a thing after. Man, I think it's gonna be a good finals. So it's going to be a good finals. I was like, it ain't going. I was like, if I got Knicks in 6. I think it's very important that, to be honest, in this game, that the Knicks come out firing. I was like, they come out guns are blazing, um, and not like how they did with the Cavaliers, where they let uh all of them get like so up on them. I know they got the rust and the rest. I mean, you can say the rust with the rest, but I think here I was like, because San Antonio to me, I was like, if they get up, I don't see them losing it in the same way that Cleveland was. So I think that's very important in this situation. I swear to God, bro. Um, yeah, but then I was like, this will be a good game. I think 6. But yeah, I also think I think the Knicks. I was like, look, even though OKC, I mean, I was like the series with OKC, I think that tired out uh Wimby and all of them. I was like, I know they won Game 7, but to me, I was like, if they was closing that game, if you get anything from anybody else that wasn't really Shea, I was like, you probably win that game. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I was like, but I think it's going to be key and very important. Cat and Wimby, because if it's sort of like last series, I was like, if Cat's going to be in the game, Wimby's going to be in the game, and vice versa. I mean, I can see them probably if Wimby's in the game, also having Mitchell Robinson in the game as well. But I don't think we'll see any Cat and Cornette unless it's time to get really like Wimby some rest, something like that. What? I don't understand why this is doing this like this. I think it's because this. Let's see if I turn this way to have more of an incline to stay. Uh, let's see. All right.
More than anything, it's a together thing. And the communication.
It is kind of funny to hear. He doesn't look like he'll be like, yeah. So what we're trying to do here, and we're gonna get it over here. Got that extra deep voice. They gotta stop showing like Popovich what Popovich looks like some dude that need to be in the retirement home. Like they gotta do that man better. He over here looking like another Jello cup. And I was like, San Antonio they be having a turnover problem. Get him, bro. Why don't you dunk it, Carl? Sometimes Carl, I was like, dunk that thing. Like you going against Wimby, you need to dunk it. Oh, is he gonna back him down? What he gonna do? What he gonna do? Let Castle shoot that. Let Castle shoot that. I like. Okay. He was a little bit, a little bit lopsided. Wait, hold on. What's going on? Looked like they pointed and said right here at first when the whistle blew. Let's stay at this end. Whoa, it's on Kelvin? Carl, like he was holding that dude's arm, man. Ah, it wasn't a bad move by Cat, but I was like, Cat, you gotta go up in that thing. Yeah, that's foul. Cat, I was like, look, dunk it on that dude over here standing for a charge. Dunk on him. Like I don't even know what we're doing here. Like dunk on the dude. That's what you gotta do, Cat. Oh, like they got Shaman in. And who they take out? Mikal Bridges? No, they took out OG. Good. Dang. I was like, Pat. I was gonna say, pat it back to Shamit. Shamit. Ah, should have. He didn't want to pass it to Josh because he didn't want to. You know. Oh, that's not a foul. That's not a foul. So patient when he rarely releases the ball the first time. Nah, that's BS. That's BS. Cause I'm like, he went up, but he went up straight. He went into his body. They should let that go. They should let that go. Just because he missed the layup. It's like, hey, you can't miss the layup like that. Nah, he just missed it. Man, I was like, but yeah, no, I was like, well, who they getting out? They probably getting out Hart, yeah. Now I was like, now we'll see how the offense for the Knicks do. Now it's like everybody got to be guarded. Because Cat, I feel like made that turnover because he didn't want to put Hart in a bad situation. But he should have made that pass to Hart. You got Salmon, you got Mikal Bridges out there. I was like, he would have gave it an extra pass or something. And he's been really good at getting into even though he ain't going to do anything with Wemby there, he get into at least the lane and pass it and whatnot. See, these are fun matchups because unlike, man, Brunson he had him. Good. Nope. That's twice Cat has done like I was like, I'd rather you did not do that. But Brunson, go ahead and take it. Like, cause I was like, outside of Brunson, and I was like, they're pretty much all about the same height. Nah, Brunson, they ain't gonna fly after we had the OKC joint. That's 2 on Johnson, ain't it? Johnson, his second foul. Yeah, 2. I was like 2 on him. But yeah, everybody about the same height, so it's like, and they're all like Mikal Bridges is like 6'6", OG is like 6'8", but they're bigger than OKC's people. All them dudes was like outside of Shea, they was all like 6'4", 6'5", and they're also like slender. I guess is more the word. I was like, Brunson, you gotta take Champagny. Come on, man. Oh, I think he got that. Man, I was like, they've both been turning the ball over, and they've been bad turnovers. Just teardrop it, Brunson. Nah, that's a block. Oh no, okay. I thought he got the ball. See, camera angles, they important. Okay, they got McBride and they got Robinson coming in. No, say it's pinky. Entering your right hand and your pinky ain't the same thing. He has been a game changer for us. I was like, he's been fairly good. Defense. Man. Come on, man. Did Dylan Harper get like a tattoo over the weekend or something? What's crazy to me, I was like, I don't know. I haven't been looking at Dylan Harper's arm. I was like, nah, yeah. I was like, he got us at some point this season. Anyway. What? I was like, I don't know. I ain't looking at the dude's arms. Nah, bro, I was like, Brunson killing me right now. I was like, he'd either been looking for the foul, passing the ball when he should have just kept the ball, And I like Mitchell Robinson, the only thing he got is to be a lob threat. So I like bait on that until it's time to. See, and I like Brunson ain't done nothing. So I like him taking a three just out of nowhere. Timeout. You need to call a timeout. If that goes in, okay, that saved them. Saved them from doing a timeout real quick. Good. I was gonna say, but I like see the Spurs. Like I've said before, they can't get their own shot, but they can make some really tough contested shots. Go. What was that? I was like, is that not basket interference with the net? Yo, somebody go get the ball. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Cause I'm like when he went to do the layup. First of all, that should have been a foul because they held Brunson jersey going to the basket. But at the same time, I'm like, I know you can sort of mess with the net a little bit, but that net flopped over when he was doing. I don't know. They ain't gonna catch it. They let them also. I will say they also letting them play at this early on. Maybe this is let them get like a little bit of rust out and all that other stuff before they, start clamping down on some things. And I'm like outside of Keldon and Josh Hart, they ain't really, they ain't really been no foul calls. But I was like, okay. I was like, and I was like, that's what I was like, I'm afraid of with Spurs, and that's why I said I was like, the Knicks can't come out slugging like they did against Cleveland, because I was like, Spurs gonna be ready to go. Spurs gonna be ready to go. I was like, and like I said, like you think you up on them, and I was like, they got good 3-point shooters that can make hard 3-point shots and whatnot. Like they don't like they sometimes. I feel sometimes like they wait until somebody get up in their face in order to make to do the shot, just because. But it's gonna be a smooth game. I was like, I do also think too. I was like, the Knicks. I was like I said, they keep them close. I was like, but they got to knock a little bit. They rust off. I was like they making bad passes. Even though I know like the Spurs, they're active. They being young, active guard. They over here in the passing lanes. But I was like, but they're panicking in a way. I was like, y'all ain't supposed to be the ones panicking. Y'all a little bit too old to be over here panicking like that. I was like the Carl turnover. I was like the Brunson turnover. I was like those turnovers. I was like, y'all shouldn't be doing those turnovers. I feel like y'all trying to do too much, especially in let's move the ball and stuff. And I was like, and Carl, I was like those. I was like, he missed those 2 layups. The one with Cornette, which I thought that one looked like he was trying to get the ref to make a call more so. The one where I was like, he sort of like bumped into maybe it was Castle and did that like janky little layup like he a guard, which he didn't like. He didn't finger roll it. He just sort of like lofted up. If he would have finger rolled it, he probably would have got it in. But I'm like the dude 6'3". Like I don't even care if you get the charge. Dunk on his ass. Go ahead and dunk on him. And I was like, at least you over here, because I was like, Victor would have dunked on him. I know Victor would have dunked on him. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, y'all need to play like Victor, like I like the media gets on my nerves how to talk about Victor, but Victor could do his thing. You got to respect Victor. Oh, like I'm saying his name Victor, like he'd account like Victor. Like you gotta. Also, I will say Victor. I feel like is a very good forming name for him. I feel like if your name Victor, you got to be a threat in some type of way. You gotta be a threat, a menace. You got to be good at something. I was like, man, take Harrison Barnes hat on, bro. That thing. I was like, at least Brunson actually did that. I'm like, dang, man. I was like, nah, let that go. Let that go. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I was like, the Knicks is the one playing all scattered and stuff. And I'm like, why y'all not playing like the vets? Y'all ain't sticking to your assignments.
Here's one that never wants to come out. He needs to come out. And not a good sign.
Oh no.
There you see.
I was like, yeah, Brunson hobbling. Man, I swear to God, we about to get another dang gone finals, and the star point guard is hurt. That's good. I thought it was gonna fall back in or something. Man, y'all got to get Clarkson in there. He is too small. He is too short for that matchup. That's crazy. They've gone on a 20-3 run. That's man. Dylan Harper don't know this. Dylan Harper don't knows it. Dylan Harper knows he's 5 inches taller than him. That's what that is. I ain't gotta know that you have that you over here got a deficiency in your knee or something like that. I'm like, I'm bigger than you. Like if Fox was out there, I expect the same thing. I don't think it ain't got nothing to do with like, oh, don't snap. I was like, I noticed his knee got buckled. Like, nah, you just bigger than him. That's what that is. He ain't gonna do that to no OG. You can live a lot of life with all those savings. Oh man, I was like, it's important to us. You're in good hands with State. Man, I was like, they're gonna suck if Bronson can't play. If Bronson can't play, then I'm like, oh, okay, it's a wrap. Yeah, I'm like, it's a wrap. I was like, unless you unlock something out of like Mikal or something like that, and Mikal could go back to the days in Brooklyn where he was over here being the number one option. They ain't got nothing. Cause I was like, cause then like all they're gonna do is just double team Town. They already been doing that at the start of this game. So like that's what I would just keep doing. Yep, and he walking to the back. Man, I forgot they got Jose Alvarado. Man, about to be another finals in the same way. He ain't do nothing. Carl. He ain't there. Good job, Carl. Yo, I was like, yeah, they're gonna have to foul him. Man, I was like, I'll be honest, I forgot they had all that wrong because I was about to say, I'm like, damn, did they not got another point guard? I'm like, there ain't no way they're gonna just stick with McBride. I mean, but now I was like, that worked. Carl Anthony Town, long ass arms, having ass. Town, you gonna have to shoot it, bro. Good. Ah, I was close. I was close for the ghost for the toast. All right, I was like, stay on him. Just stay on him. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna say just stay on him. That ain't Castle's game. That ain't Castle game. And that's the thing with the Spurs. And that's why I said I was like, with the Spurs, is the fact that I'm like they can, like how they just went on that 20-5 run. And it's not like what's crazy is actually that it's so weird how sometimes like you'll see stats like that and then you'll look at the score and it's like, oh, the score ain't really that crazy. But then when you take away the run, it'd be like, oh, so it'd be like 20-4, basically, or some stuff like that. But anyway, I was like, yeah, that's the thing with the Spurs that they can just pop off and just go off like that. Where I'm just like they get on fire on is like something like how like people will be like NBA Jam or like some NBA Street Joint or something like that. I forget what the thing is called in 2K or whatever, but that's what they pretty much got. They you know what they remind me of? They remind me of like J.R. Smith. Like J.R. Smith, I was like really good 3-point shooter, but he was even better at ridiculous circuits. I got somebody's hand in my face, even though I already pump faked it right here. 3-point shot making. Like he was just great at that for some odd reason. More than sometimes open, like just shooting the open jumper. And that's sort of what the Spurs did. But I was like, they got the right mix of stuff. Like Victor ain't really done anything. Victor hasn't done anything at all. It's just been pretty much Harper and a couple outside shots. And now like, and that's sort of that's why they're dangerous. You know, I was like, now granted, I was like, if they lose and Victor still stays like this, and of course he's going to get some blame and all that other stuff. But when the rest of your squad is over here doing great, you ain't what do you really got to do? I didn't really hope they just sort of say something like Brunson, like able to come back in the game or something. Cause I was like, this is the most Knicks thing ever. I already know. I was like, I haven't even gone on social, and I'm over here, and I'm like, I already know what they probably like. They're probably like, oh my god, of course. You know what? Matter of fact, I was like, let's see. I got the thing. I got the bad boy started up. Start it up. Let's see. I'm like, now, yeah, I'm about to try to go over here and be on the socials and be like, okay, what is it? What they saying? Because I already know it's crazy. Because I couldn't imagine that we finally make it here, and basically at 5 minutes into the game, you already feel like it's all over. It's done for, done with. I'll be over here being like, Lord, why? Why me? You see, I was like, then that's when I'm over here. I'm gonna be blaming them nuns on the sideline because I know them nuns had to do something about it. I was like, you can't have something and then take it away, you know. You gotta play. You gotta play, unfortunately. Dang. He's okay. Okay. He on the bench. He on the bench. All right. All right. Sort of. All right. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna say that's not gonna count. I actually like, I like it when the Spurs actually got their multicolored joints. The pink and the teal and the orange. I was always like that. Especially because I like since their team color is sort of gray and black, which I'm like cool, but for some reason they don't pop like the Raiders. Like the Raiders, black and silver, I feel like pops. And I was like, maybe because this is that they're the more silver and this is more gray. But I was like, I feel like they're the pop more. But if they had the multicolored joints, I was like, to me, that's way better than anything. I was like, who else is like? See, the Wizards is sort of weird like that too, because the Wizards are also like, because the Wizards have tried like the gold jerseys and stuff. And I know a lot of people think that's ugly. I think the Kings has also had like a gold jersey, but to me, I'm like that is sort of better. Take it, take it. They gave you the foul. I thought they're not giving the foul. And let's see if he has it played. Well, he gets the ball before the follow through on the arm. I actually like that. See, I was like, but see, I was like, Carl, the thing is Carl, you able to do that? Nah. Yeah, because I was like, he purposely put it up in that corner. Yep. Yep. I was like, even if I'm gonna miss it, I'm gonna get that thing on that glass because you can't help but try to. I'm gonna be tall. Like out of here, bro. But Carl, like I was like, the thing is that you gotta show them that I'm willing to still dunk on your head, regardless. That's the part I'm like, you gotta show them. How is my password incorrect? It's crazy. What? I don't understand, bro. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Carl. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we just gonna foul you. How about that? He's been an outstanding playmaker all postseason. He gets to his body and watch it. Get it to the glass. And like I said, I was like, they're letting them play. Because normally that'd probably be a foul, or whatnot. But I was like, oh, look at that. They had, what is this? This is the NBA store? In general, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm about to say, I was like, they wore both jerseys? Okay. Tony Parker, I thought you were I was waiting for that. It's Richard. Amazing. I'm like, Sham it. Damn it. Oh, Ooh, swerve. People still that? Probably not. Let's. I was like, hey, get off me. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Yo, get off my screen, bro. All right, see now we're talking. Alvarado not gonna go up there. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm like apparently I'll be jinxing the hell out of them. You ain't. I was like Wimby. Yeah, you ain't gonna body him. You ain't gonna body him. You over here getting bodied by a singing man. Okay, y'all now y'all starting to piss me off. That's all, folks. Good. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, you still got to shoot regardless. Let's see what they saying on the social. And see, this is the problem. This is sort of I would like that the thing with. I mean, to be honest, I would like with certain. Damn. Oh my bad. I was like that one was crazy. Why he doing a LeBron thing and coming in his face? Well, LeBron was like, "Hey, I give it to Carl." I was like, "Yeah, you try to yam it." It looked worse than what it was. No, that's a foul. Cause he's trying to claim that Carl had his arm, but Carl wouldn't. But when you went up for the block, and Carl arm is just right there. I mean, I was like, now you could say like he was trying to probably extend and push him off kind of thing, or whatever. But I was like, I think it's probably going to stand. I don't think he's going to probably take it back off. Cause even if not, I was like, I still feel like you fouled him because you blocked into his body before the arm wrapped around. So I don't think it's going to matter either way. Probably, I was like, it's going to stick. It's going to stay. It's not going to be too much different. For a night you'll talk about forever. Okay, no more. Why is there Jalen Brunson? Oh, that was like it's something for surfing the water. Talking about Sam Hurton, Brunson. Oh, I was like that. My bad. I was over here looking at tops. Oh wait. I'm searching. I don't need to be searching. Over here searching for the real. I was like over here trying to. Oh, let's see. Hold on, let's see. It's great. I was like, what's also crazy that Wimby hadn't gotten any foul at all. Considering the fact that I'm like, I mean, I get it because I was like, Carl is really probably the only one that's going to really be able to get him in foul trouble.
Something happened to me a couple of days ago. I know things.
Hold up, Oh, okay. I was like the Steelers extended Darnell Washington. Dang it! To be honest, I was hoping he'd get the free agency, and I was like, my team ain't gonna do nothing like that. We ain't about to snag nobody, but I was like, I don't know. He just seems like somebody. I'm like, nah, in the right offense.
It's a flea market. We're not attacking it.
It's weird. I like the Steelers got a team that should feel like, why can't they challenge for the Super Bowl? And it's just like, but then there's parts of it where it's like, JJ Watt, TJ Watt still TJ Watt. Is Ramsey still Ramsey? What? That's crazy that they gave that one on Carl. Cause I'm like, the block happened way before the contact with the other arm. I know. I was just saying, hold on for a minute, even though it's like, I'm still here. I'm still in this. We still in this. The thing is, it's crazy. I'm like, Josh Hart, kind of like he got like 3 fouls right now. Josh Hart is better than Lou Dort, but it's all. I was like, oh, it worked. It worked. But it's also, I was like, and I know you just seen him that where he just showed his value better than Lou Dort. But what I mean by that is that him getting fouled out or whatever doesn't hurt the team. Yeah.
He timed it perfectly. He waited too long to jump. That actually wasn't high enough. But Luke Cornett was still not able to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, but he gets your people in foul trouble. That's the most. I mean, he gets you. I was like, yeah.
He's just 20. There's some talented kids at this first rock.
Really, too?
Looks like still nice.
I was like, player of the game. Game. Defense. Ooh, I was like, okay, maybe that knee might be a little bit. I like that knee might be a little greased up with that little spin move he had on there. Looking like that Frost Bank logo out there, spinning, just spinning. Yeah, but I was like, to me, that's where you got to be wary of Fox. I was like, if he's hit, I was like, I'm not saying he's not a good 3-point shooter, but if he hits a 3, that's cool by me. Oh, and that's where his hand gets affected by that. I was like, but that wasn't also a good. I mean, unless the idea was to lay it up for Mitchell Robinson to get the putback, I don't like that shot by Brunson. I felt like I was like, cause I'm like, don't get me wrong, like that. Ooh. Oh my God, he hurt it. I was like, he was on his ankle, and I was like, oh.
Dealing with a lot here physically in the first half, comes back from that knee. Michael Turner and Luke Cornett. That's on it. The booth.
I was like, what? I was like, yeah, yeah, he did. He stepped on it. I don't know. I was like, but I don't know. That's not gonna really be something the ref gonna catch really in that situation though. That's the only problem with it. Now I was like, maybe he over here just making some noise in order for it to be like, look, I'm getting bodied out there. But see, I don't know what I'm saying. I was like, Brunson can go and do that though, and I feel like I'm like, look, it's not Wemby, it's Cornette. And while yes, Cornette's a 7-foot dude, I'm like, Cornette isn't fast and long in the same way as Wemby, so you can still do that with him.
Real inferno down here.
Here, try a Red Bull. It's devilishly good.
Red Bull?
Well, I was like, Brunson can do that all day. I mean, his injury's different, so I was like, that does make a little difference in the whole thing. But I do think that I'm like, if he's relatively good, and this is what sucks about kind of like I said, Brunson. I was like, I mean, a good 3-point shooter, but he's not a 3-point shooter. So I was like, he can hit the three. I'm not saying that, or if he's open, he can't do it. But I like his bread and butter is going in his bag, drifting, spin moves, shake. I was like, make it big. I don't know. He's gonna do it. I think he'll be able to play through the rest of this game. I feel like it's really gonna be like what's gonna happen the next game. I think that's gonna be what it is. I was like, but they kept it close. I was like, they weathered the Spurs run, and I feel like if you're able to do that, which I mean, they're good at defense. So I was like, and hey, you live by the three, die by the three, sure. But like I said, they take contested threes. So at some point, guess what? That contested three junk is going to slow down at some point. So I was like, it's not. I was like, so good. I was like, good on them for weathering the storm. And that whole thing.
Personally, do the world. No, we're down. But at the same team, it's really special. And it's something that takes for granted. It's honestly, it's always something too.
And just observing Jalen Brunson on the Knicks bench.
I really wish that like on like X it capitalized after you did a period. Like I get it, we're just typing and you can sort of just type how you talk and all that other stuff or whatever. But it just really annoys me. I was like, I ain't one of those like grammar people that's like, oh, you need to do this way, especially on the form of a small man communication. But I was like, but come on, man. Brunson, I was like, he did an extra move that he didn't need to. I was like, he did an extra step, literally, that he just really didn't need to. I think he beat Carter Bryant, who they got on him right now. And I think, actually, that's probably a poor – I was like, I think, to be honest, I was like, I know Brunson hurt, but I think that's actually not a good matchup.
He's going to get on Jalen Brunson because he's very athletic. He's got good – Jalen Brunson can be patient.
Okay. Tim Legler basically just said what I was about to say, that Carter Bryant, even though I understand you just throwing another body on Brunson, like, you know, if you got this foul to you, let me use a foul. I understand you tiring out Brunson. I understand all that. Dang, Brunson got that up in there. But I will say that I was like, because Carter Bryant is young and he's not big in the same way like Harper is, that I'm like, Brunson could get by Bryant. But I was like, but guess what? You just tiring him out. That's all it is. And you don't want to waste Harper getting in any type of foul trouble, Fox either. So I was like, I completely understand it. I was like, he did. I was like, oh, falls down. He fell down. Ooh, Brunson. Oh, Brunson. I like Brunson. Is that Timothy Chalamet? Man, how does he look young and old at the same time? Like, I mean, like he look like a young old person or old young person, something like that. Yeah, I was like Harper. Probably Harper is going to be the. Thank you, Bridges. Do something. See, and I was like, that's also what's important too, is that when Wemby's not on the court, the Knicks need like they got back into the game, but they also need to take advantage of the situation. And I was like they obviously didn't go on like a heater of a run, but they got themselves back within the game. And I was like, the Spurs to sort of slow down as such. Look at Carl over here coaching up some defense, spitting out some numbers. Look at him. I'm like, okay, they got. Dang. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna say Mitchell Robinson threw that to somebody in the crowd. He was giving something away for free. Well, there's no reason for you to jump on Carl Anthony Towns back like that. You over here looking like a backpack. You a grown ass man. You can't be doing that. Okay, Bridget, get yourself up. Yeah, I was like, see that. I was like, yeah, they didn't need to. They sort of triple team that area, and I was like, there was no reason for you to triple team. You can take Fox. Y'all both got bad ankles. Y'all both got bad ankles right now. They're not good. That's not good. I was like, he was too much on your left side. That's the Crip side. Nope. Yeah, and that's a sort of a tired shot. Oh. Like he left it like with his long ass arm, he left that short like that. Good. See that I was like, that's Shaman bag. Like he was trying to do some stuff earlier that I was like, look, as long as man, I was like bailed him out. Bailed him out. Man, that was a good double step back. I was like, and see, I was like, what Wemby did, I think, is an example of the stuff that people were talking about Shea. Because I was like, don't get me wrong, I was like, that's within the rules. I don't like that crap either. Because I was like, that's such a bailout thing where like you wasn't really shooting, his arm was there, and you was like, I was like, but that's the difference of how people will like talk about flopping for and or trying to go for a call and trying to get the call. Cause obviously that one, I was like, he's going to get the call, but I was like, but it wasn't like he was like going all over to try to flail out. And that's why I think like when people were talking about like Shea and Brunson, I was like, I don't like Brunson's not the same thing. Like, don't get me wrong, Brunson will do some of the stuff that Shea does, but a lot of times I'm like, no, he's going ahead and bodying up. He's going to get the basket and he gets a call. Versus Shea that is like, I'm trying to get the call first. Dang. Yo, people just fall on the floor. I was like, the moppers getting they money up today extra. Which is crazy to me. I was like, y'all just let that man open like that. And y'all ain't like nobody ain't moved. Like let Shaman and Wemby go. I would like let Shaman go ahead and do Wemby. I would like do Wemby just because I'm like he's going to shoot over Shaman. He's going to beat Shaman. But take some of that time out of the clock that when you do go for a double team, there's not time. I was like, that's the thing that with like sometimes you got to think about. Like, yeah, Wimby, you want to back down Shamit? Go ahead, back down Shamit. But you done took 6 seconds off the clock. We're gonna come with that double team. Now you got to pass out that thing, and now and see, here we go with that Spurs run. Here we go with that Spurs run. To be honest, I was like Sham Penny's like the only guy I think on the Spurs that you stay glued to. Keldon Johnson, yes, I know he's out there with the 3-point shot, but Sham Penny is the only dude right now. I like, you know what, especially because I feel like somebody like Jose, for instance, like for Jose Alvarado, I'm like, they ain't really nothing you could really do with Wemby. Like, even if you go down there, I was like, guess what? That still is going to just be like, I mean, I was like, it's not giving up on a play, like how like the whole like it's but it's just being a little just smart with it. Wemby's 2 versus Sham Penny 3. Sham Penny getting into it. Man, I was like, a lot of the Knicks baskets been in and out. They should have had like full basket that went in and out.
Only take one free throw the entire first half.
Man, that's crazy. I was like, that's kind of crazy though. The Knicks ain't got it. I mean, they getting foul call, but they ain't gone to the free throw line. I'm like, man. But Brunson and Carl been going to the basket, and I feel like they should have got a couple of throws. I was like, but it's been a pretty good game. I was like, it don't seem like it because it's like, I mean, if you looked at the score, you wouldn't be able to tell. You'd be like 50-50. I mean, they close to 50. You get what I'm saying? But I was like, the game I was like fast paced. I was like, been some turnovers here and there, been runs, been a good flow of the game. See, yeah, let Castle have that. That's not Castle game. Fox, he gonna hit that shot. I was like, oh, got him. He got them cookies. Got them cookies. Go, Shamit. Go, Shamit. 2 for 1. Y'all missed y'all chance at a 2-4. Don't try it now. I was like, Carl just missing. I feel like he's trying to do too much because he knows he that Wemby. He should just do it. Man, what? Wait, hold on. Why am I getting? Okay, so obviously they about to hit a 3 here. I was like, I was like, for some reason, I was like, I got the score even before.
He has 6 rings in that game, already has 5. Here in his first finals game.
I mean, I was like, this still a close competitive game. I think considering I was like Carl and Brunson, I was like they Brunson 5 for 15. I was like, look, I don't really care. I was like this type of game, I don't really care about efficiency as much as like the amount of shots you're able to take and get back and get up. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Sham Penny's the only dude. I'm like, stay on Sham Penny. Victor takes that 3. All right, cool. I'm gonna let Victor take 3s all day. Fox won't take 3s. Cool. That's cool, dog. But I was like, I'm like, Sham Penny, I was like, that's what he does. I was like, that's where the height of what he is at.
It only gets better.
Like, to me, I was like, that's crazy.
So guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 13 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Well, please. Whatever she said.
Morning, Pete. Coffee's on and your Uber's on its way.
Alexa, I've been thinking, maybe I should just go by Peter now?
Peter Davidson. Not bad.
Sounds like I'm gonna try and sell you an extended warranty.
How about Petey?
Champ.
I know dog named Peter.
Little P or Big D?
Oh, what about Double P?
You want to go by PP?
You know what?
That's
I'm
crazy.
just gonna stick with Pete.
Pete. I like it.
I like you too.
Popeye, $6 big box is back, y'all. Big news, back to the whole Louisiana plate. It's that juicy, crunchy bear.
So basically the second unit of the Knicks need to take more time once you have the starters out. Because the starters out, they've been kicking their ass a little bit. But the second unit, they've been able to get to them. And I was like, that's what they sort of need to stay at. That's what they need to stick to do. I'm like, but I mean, I was like, the Knicks have been able to keep it close. I was like, the Spurs, I was like, I'm not gonna say tired or whatever. I actually think Wemby is. I think Wemby is actually sort of tired. I think obviously you can see like the old dude versus the young dude. I was like, even though everybody's young, but Harper seemed like he's there. I was like, Fox. I was like, he's still probably ain't 100% with that ankle. And I was like, and Wemby, I was like, he trying to block perimeter. I was like that. I just don't think he's all the way here, as far as like. But it doesn't matter because I was like, he a decoy. Either he can work. He's fine. I'm like the Knicks. I was like, I think the Knicks are fine. I think it's just gonna just be what you going. What about Brunson? I think that's really what it is. What about Brunson? How much is that able to go? Ugh. He like, what I'm gonna look for? Nothing. Oh, I was like over here. I was like, man, them toes got to be strong as hell to keep somebody up there. And I was like, that's right. They wrap it around their ankles. I was like,
First half, because I know we want to talk about yeah, but it's really been terrible defense on the Knicks.
yeah.
You guys look at his threes. There's no reason. Why is he wide open?
Yeah.
No reason to be
I was like, Champagne had been open. Wow. I was like, got to put butt cheeks wide open.
They get something good every time. We got to give Cat his power. I love the way he's attacking Wemby.
Yeah. You got to tire Wemby out. Go at Wemby. Don't just let him just be 7'6".
Every single time they run a pick and roll, call us down, they get something good. First half of twice presented like you.
And to me, I was like, that's why I feel like sometimes I'm just like, yo, let Wemby do whatever you think Wemby's going to do. Well, Wemby about to back down, Wemby about to. I'm like, yes, he's going to have an advantage over whoever it is outside of Carl and even Mitch. But I was like, go ahead. I was like, I will stick to everybody else and let Wemby go one-on-one. Like, nah, that's what we not about to do. I ain't about to lose like that. He is, but I'll let him take that. Yeah, that one should have been thrown down. I was like, uh, um, was not a bad. It was a bad call.
Little guy, he's drafted with a little guy partner, so that's actually on way in the cat's hands. Talked about earlier at the pace of the game. Antonio Spurs in terms of playing too fast.
Yeah,
Too fast.
they did. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Playing too fast. Cause I did think that they were. I was like, that's why I thought they were like rushing some of their shots. That's what Brunson was doing at the very beginning. And that's also been how they've been getting a couple of their threes as well too. If they coming off of a turnover and then you ain't got your people set up right.
They physically have an advantage, but when you let young guys play up, in the words of the great John Wooden, play fast, but don't play in a hurry. That's a big difference. You were talking about the 20 minutes.
I was like, this is the part I am glad about them doing the inside the NBA about. Cause I was like, I remember we used to complain, we used to cry, we used to get so mad about the NBA finals. You know, I was like, I get it. Everybody, you know, I was like, I feel like but I think majority of people love the inside the NBA. But then there's people that's like, you don't get proper like analysis and things like that and whatnot. Which I will say that I think a lot of those people that will say that, and I was like, I can throw in other stuff like first taking all that other stuff in there as well. That you don't. That why are you watching this show looking for that when that's not what this show is? And you could go get that other places with actually credible people, not just like, you know, whoever your favorite YouTube person is. But like, you could actually go and get this from actual people or whatever. And also, too, people thinking that just because you would have some former athletes in here, and I'm like, I get it that people be like, oh, they old heads and stuff like that. But you see, it hadn't really been any much different than any of the other NBA players, former NBA players, really getting in there. Don't get me wrong, there's some good ones. Like the joint, I like the Crew on Prime with Blake and Udonis and Dirk. Sometimes Steve, that one's cool. Sometimes they got, you know, Carmelo on there as well. I forget what it's called with Lou Williams, and it'd be Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins, and then I have like Chandler Parsons in there every now and then, whatever. I was like they're really good as well too. I was like Austin Rivers. I was like he'll be doing a good job as well. But I'm just saying, I was like this show is like they come on late. They're an entertainment show. I'm like they gotta, you know, and I was like they do give analysis. I was like, I just think that a lot of times people are just like they get mad at like, oh, they want the big man to play like a big man. This ain't 1986 anymore. And it's like, all right, cool. And then you also are mad when it's like, oh man, why he ain't take that shot? Because he don't play like a big man anymore. Man, you know what'll change that? If he play like a big man. And I like Kenny's really the analyst guy. And I was like the analysis guy that will really talk about it. Charles does too. He just sort of run over his own stuff. But and I was like, and Shaq is just sort of like the guy. I was like, but you see also who they give like majority of the time to. They let Kenny go and say his spiel that he got to. They double dip with Charles every now and then. And then Shaq get a little sprinkling here. Like they understand the dynamics and stuff. But it's better than what we was getting last year in the NBA final last year, where it be and I like Michael Wilbon. And I was like, I think Michael Wilbon works really well if you got him on any other situation and let him just sort of talk, but not in like this because it used to be like, I'm like I'm like inside the NBA does a really good job of being able to know like we could come in here talk about like a minute, we all get our stuff in and we're out. The old one where it was like Wilbon, Stephen A, and they'll just sometimes rotate other people in there. It just didn't work. It didn't get good. You know, Stephen got to get his soliloquy of words off and stuff and whatnot. It just ain't work, and it was just boring, and it was just tiresome. I was like, they at least will make. They was like, they go in there, they got stuff, and they also. I was like, they know when to be joking, and they know when to take it back as well too. So. It really pisses me off that it doesn't have a lot after whatever.
Kia.
What a burger.
I hate it when they come back from commercial to do nothing and then go back to commercial. Dog, just stay on commercial. I ain't gotta be here. I was like, I don't need to know that they'll be back. You'll be back with the game in 2 minutes. Stay on commercial. I was like, what you don't serve any purpose. They came back. It ain't like they went back to the crew to say anything. It ain't like they did some sideline thing. They just really just came back to be like, hey, NBA Finals will be back on ABC. Hell in my face. Like I was like, it's funny. I was like, I ain't got time for that, even though I was like, what else am I doing? But at the same time, come on, man.
Mistakes were made.
We gotta get him to stay.
We need food.
We bake.
I'm gonna be back doing some adult laundry stuff.
Now.
High time.
Scratch offs are loaded with prizes. There's so much winning. People are beginning to think.
Butt scratchers. Butt scratchers. Butt scratchers. I don't know. I was like trying to see whatever it is. 80. This browser game with for the perfect season or whatever. Who I was like, what? How is Kawhi Leonard 2020's a shooting guard? I think that's a kind of BS. Dominique, 1, 2, 3. Man, shut up. Oh man. See, I was like, they just showing like Wemby being the sound and all that stuff, and I was like, Cat need to move faster when he's on that dude, knowing that Victor gonna come through. I was like the free throws. No. I was like, I was hoping that they showed the turnover because I'm pretty sure the turnover probably high. They probably he's got like 8. The Knicks just ain't capitalized on their turnovers.
Game 7, and the word up and they get it going again. Their hunger right from the opening tip. They were intent and collectively a team effort. You see Taylor Harper playing well, Wendy dominating. It was the whole collective group. Next, what's the key adjustment for them?
Oh, that's Jeremy Shohan. I was like, who that dude with the tattoos and stuff?
This guy is on fire. You're back to Game 7.
Man, that's crazy. I was like, he can't even get out the bench. Like he couldn't even get playing time with the Spurs, but he can't even get out the bench with the Knicks. A second.
You said it to Lisa.
And I asked Mike Brown how Jalen Brunson looked to him. He said, I think he's fine. He should be good to go. I then asked him what the Knicks need to do to clean up in the first half. He said, we got to take better care.
I was like, who? I mean, yeah, I guess you could put Jeremy Shohan 6'8". Let him take them. Let him take them. Let him stay up on that perimeter. I was like, let him do that. Let him tire himself out like that. I was like, but you just got to get somebody else going. Shooter, you got to get it good. Dang. Okay, cool. Man, I was like, OG need to go ahead and hurry up with that, with going up with against that when he was with Fox. He should have went up there with it. Like you got to go up fast. One, cause Victor Long, lanky ass, going to be over there to try to get it. But also, I'm like, you can get up with. I mean, I know he got the hamstring or whatever, but I was like, he should be able to get up on Fox. If it was somebody else, maybe somebody else, I'd been like, some younger leg, whatever, blah blah blah. But I'm like, it's Fox. I like Fox hobble too. Carl, take you, man. Man, that was a horrible y'all got to move faster than that. And also, yeah, I'm gonna say I was like, oh. Okay, cool. I'm about to say they gave Towns a third foul already. Okay, hold on. There was a little girl in the crowd, and I feel like her mama is wrong. And 2 reasons. She had on a Jeremy Shohan shirt. Now I'm gonna tell you why she wrong for doing that to her daughter. One, Jeremy Shohan, out of all people, that must have been like his rookie year when it was like he was doing the color hair. And you know what? Maybe the kid was like, I like color hair too. He's doing it. That's cool. Fine. But I'm just like, there is more people on the totem pole above him. Also, he had left the building. And it's a t-shirt. If it was a jersey, all right, I was like, stuff expensive jerseys. I get it. Cool. You know, it sucks. But then being again, I was like, you bought a jersey of him? There's so many things wrong that I'm not willing to comply to. Man. This is why with Bridges and all that other stuff. I'm like, see, that's why I'm like, yo, we gotta get Bridges in there. Cause I'm like, Bridges can hit that shot. Oh, that's not really OG's game like that. OG is either under the basket or shooting a 3. Also, to me, I'm like, yo, somebody gotta be appearing for, cause I'm like, they're double teaming initially, so I'm like, somebody else gotta move. Like nobody's moving. then I was like, I understand they doing ball movement, but nobody's moving, and they should be considering the fact. Considering the fact that I'm like they're double teaming like pretty quickly enough that I'm like if somebody moves, you go to the bathroom. I was like you get somebody to the shot.
Third time we've seen it in this game. Look at that little hesitation right there. It allows him to gather. He comes to the jump.
Man, I don't know. That thing sort of like a trap. Cause I like look he's. I was like it doesn't matter. Nobody travels anymore. Two. Oh yeah, that's right. They took away that dumb foul early. That should have been one. That's right. That's right.
Unanimous defensive player of the year.
We're all about that there, boy. Boy.
One single time. As he knocks with the team first. It's the teammates that call Gordon's.
Okay. I was like, OG gets it. Man, come on. What there was no foul to be called. What was the foul that needed to be called? Oh. Yeah, I was like, Yeah. Okay, no, you're right. I thought they called the foul on OG, and I was like, what did OG do? But no, he right at Carl. Carl just, I was like, just play straight up defense with Wemby. To play straight up defense with Wemby, because Wemby will do all that stuff that everybody will sort of say. He ain't flailing around and making it look ridiculous, but Wemby will do all the foul baiting stuff as well too. And I'm like, what you don't need is Wemby to get a rhythm of sorts. I was like, come on, they got to do something. Yeah, I was like, they got to come on now. Mikal, give it to I was like, Mikal, that was the one time that I'm like, they actually did move. I was like, yeah, you let Castle take that shot. That ain't Castle.
Right now, it's like figure out how they want to attack, the angle they want to be.
He went right into Wemby. He actually sort of had Wemby. That was I was like, but I wasn't too mad at that by Mikal. I wasn't too mad at that by Mikal though. But I'm just saying, Mikal, if he's able to go at Wemby, you should be able to go at Wemby. What's the foul on?
Lead is up to 13 largest so far in the game.
Yeah, look good.
You're trying to shoot it with touch. That's not OG's normal shot.
None of that's OG's normal shot.
That's something that over the course of the series, eventually get used to. But right there, is better.
Yeah, I was like, let him take the shot. Let him take that shot. Let him take that shot. Yeah, I was like, let them take them shots. I was like, let them take them shots. Like drinking and you a lightweight. Take them shots. Go, Hart. Good. Ah, man, they just been really in and out. They've been in and out.
It's going to be Spurs ball. That's gonna come in. Manana so far 13 points, 4 boards, 3 block shots. He's only 2 for 10 from the field. And when that's what it is from Manana. Initial push up. Archer, this is the outside.
Oh
Let me do the best.
man, nobody cares. Okay, I was like, now this is where they need to. All right, yeah. I was like, what? I was gonna say, I was like, what? Yo, that's crazy. They over here doing the most.
Get tickets now.
Delicious.
I want to eat one of these funny looking yellow guys. Is that okay?
Not going to destroy the world, nor keep everyone in
I was like, to be honest, I was like, I feel like they need to break up this. I was like, I do understand they got to they're trying to have their starters face their starters, but I think they need to break it up where it's like they need to have Shamit in there instead of Josh Hart. I was like, and then have Josh Hart a little bit on the second unit where you have Bridges and all them other stuff. Because I was like, with the second unit, you know, I was like, if they play a second unit, it's really like Keldon Johnson and Dylan Harper. And to me, I was like, they can match that out a lot better.
That means no matter where you are, you can hit the game at the speed of 4 and feel the sweat all 50 states. The DraftKings experience.
I was like,
all in one easy to use app.
I don't know why they're just not.
New DraftKings customers spend $5 to get total bonuses. The crown is yours.
Woo! Okay, I'm over here watching the football thing. And I was like, anyway, I was like, still a good game. They still in it. I was like, it's still going strong. I was like, that's good. I will say that it's kind of crazy that they ain't giving them they respect with been a real discrepancy in this one.
I'm so excited to meet Henry's and friends. She goes, here, perfect here. The pound that I free him before you guys.
That's crazy. You know what? I was like hyped to go see this scary movie. I was like, to be honest, I also like the way that the He-Man movie looks. I only seen a little bit of the He-Man stuff, cartoon and whatnot when I was younger. And I was like, He-Man was cool. He-Man was just felt. I was like, let's see what happened to Wemby. Oh.
A lot of padding on that means it probably help for you.
Yeah, he also got small. I was like, he a 2 picks out there. But yeah, no, the He-Man joint looks. I was like, actually look pretty good. See, come on, Mikhail, I swear. Look pretty good. I was like, I think he's gonna end up probably doing pretty good. I don't know about money wise and how all that stuff works or whatever, but I think people probably watch it and say, "Hey, exactly, like it's a straight movie. It's cool." In comparison to like, then I feel like people just want to just down it or whatever. Especially like, oh, look at the way it looks. They're doing a He-Man IP or whatever. But go and watch stuff yourself instead of over here just, listen straight up to what the internet got to say. Watch it yourself and then go watch like some people on the internet. I'm like, who do they got? I was like, I have to see again. Like, who do they got on Harper? Because to me, I'm like, yo, Mikal Bridges ain't doing nothing else. Put his that on Harper. I was like, Carl, be active. Oh, that's an interference. Gonna be Cornette.
Harper picks up his second.
He like,
And even that, if he comes off of this mid-range pull-up, Wemby's on the floor. He's probably contesting that. So it's a different look for Bridges. Gets the friendly roll. There's the shove in the back.
oh, and it would have been on Cornette if it was a basket interference thing anyway.
5 rebounds, 4 assists. 2 points in 13 minutes. Is a little bit of everything.
I was like, Carl need to start actually need to be picking up. I was like, bro, I was like, if you're gonna be out there, take advantage of Luke Cornette. Take advantage of Luke Cornette, bro. And also, his stars out here for. I was like, I mean, I know, well, they got to come back. That's sort of what it is. They don't put themselves too much at a deficit. Yeah, that was a good pass. And they need to do that more. I was like, Cornette gonna be all the way out there. Guess what? There ain't nobody to stop. And see, this is why I think Hart is good with this. With I know it's not the second unit, but you get what I'm saying. There we go. It's because I'm like, Hart is just the same size as all them dudes. And you ain't scared of Cornette in the same way. Cornette is a 7-foot big body.
Yeah, this is also the Wemby effect. He's out the game, and you can change your attack now and become more efficient. And RJ, remember,
And really, I was like, it's not even necessarily that Wemby 7'6". There's been some tall dudes 7'2", 7'3", or whatever. It's that he's long. That's the thing about Wemby, that he's long. I think it's what was it? It's like 8'8" or something. I was like his standing reach and all that other stuff. That's the thing that with Wemby is that he just like long. No problem. The problem is that this is the second time making this run, and does this tire them out to where get out of here with that? Sounds like 6-point game. But the problem is that it's the whole thing is that when you're trying to do multiple comebacks, does this tire you out? Man. You know what? That's actually so I was like going back to movie, commercial. So I was like something to talk about. Is that there actually seems like some good movies here? I was like Scary Movie, He-Man. Man, I was like, what comes out? Like it's June 26th. But I was like, I was like Lord of the Club. I would like the Disclosure movie. I don't know the name of it. but it's the movie Steven Spielberg where it's like the neighborhood is surrounded by dinosaurs. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but that looks good too. Um, so at least I was like, oh, Supergirl comes out, and I was like, I think that'll do pretty well. I think it'll be a good movie. I was like, my baseline pretty much for movie is good, so I was like, that's why I'm like not selling it too high, and I'm not one of these people that just like automatically trash something either just because of this or that or this don't look good and oh like the graphics here or whatever blah blah. I was like internet. A lot of people like that will like. I put like this: if regular people talk about stuff like that, where they're just like, "Oh, this," I was like, "It looked cheap. It looked." If regular people are talking about it, then yeah, you got a sorry movie. But if the people online is talking about it, then I was like, "Who really cares about it in that type of way?" And when I say like people on the internet, and obviously I'm on the internet, you're on the internet. What I'm talking about is like people that you just like you could feel like either this is a grift of some sort or you're like, is this a real person? Or for the most part, with some people, is that where you can just be like, man, you hate everything. And not in a way of like, oh man, like you could hear like some real critiquing and stuff like that. And maybe you agree or disagree over still liking the movie or not. Cause I was like, there's movies I could like that I would not be like, oh, I was like, they'll be in my personal top list, but that doesn't mean that they're top movies. But with that being said, I'm like, there's some people that you can just tell, like, yo, what do you like anything? Is there anything that you cool with and all the other stuff? And for the most part, it's like I don't listen to that people. Whatever. I was like, give me a reason, but I was like, most of the time their reasons are very vague or very big buzzword type of stuff. Get out of here with that. Oh man. Oh, let me finish. Let's go back here.
Oh, yeah.
It's my drug. Pretty wrong.
Let's take a look who's getting buckets from City. Richard, this is LeBron. City Landry Shannon open. Open. Because he's out the game. Even here, Carson in a simple transition. You don't have to look over your shoulder or see that monster in front of you. Able to get to the point. There are little ones. On the
Like I said, stay on Champagne. Stay on Champagne. That was a foul. That was a foul, though. Thinking, I was like, look, they grabbed his arm. See? I mean, I get Wemby back in the game, but I'm like, see that you taking shots that you don't need to. Sham it. I was like, I ain't played this year 2K, but I was like, sham it. I always used to let me down on damn 2K.
The type of shooting streak right down the center.
Yeah. Like I said, let Harper take that. Like I said, everybody else but Champagne. Yeah, I was like, that could have been a foul. But I forgot. I was like, but they're not really calling fouls like that. So I was like, so I was like, they're not gonna call that foul for Carl. Like they gonna be calling body fouls. That's it. That's Fox shot. That's Fox shot. That's why I'm like, if you just stick to the dudes, I was like, let them just like making sure that Champagne don't be taking his shots. You're kind of groovy. Shammy, you gonna there? Oh, look, big body Carl. See, I was like, that's what I was saying. Carl needed to do that. Oh, look at it, like, yo, I'm Tracy Morgan.
Use your size
Frank in position.
But see, I think this is sort of I think they line up is the best when Shamit is in there with Carl and Brunson. And any other combination is fine. I was like Hart. See, I was like, what makes Hart good? And I was like, why? I'm like, he needs to be in there with different than Mikhail and OG, but with Shamit, and because he's a de facto point guard of sense. You give him the ball, you ain't got to worry about Jalen Brunson being tired out or getting double teamed. McBride's not a point guard like that. He can bring the ball up, but he's not a point guard like that. I don't trust him with dribbling like that. And I was like, the problem is that Mikhail and OG is not giving you what you need in like their combination. So I'm like, I would have staggered those two people. I was gonna say stay on Penny. Yeah, that's a push out by Wemby. You ain't had to do that, Wemby. You 2 feet taller than him. Unnecessary. Yeah, I was like that's unnecessary when you cat I'm bigger than him. Yeah, I was like, yeah, because that's where a lot of the Spurs points have been coming from is turnovers. I'm like, damn, I'm like, did they know bakery? Ooh, smooth like butter. Oh. Ooh. I didn't think that this. I was like, their guard lineup can match up with the Spurs guard lineup. And to be honest, I was like, Mikhail, I was like, you know what? Now I'm changing my mind. Hart shouldn't go to the bench in that type of way. I was like, Mikal Bridges needs to go. Mikal needs to go and be on the second unit where you got to have where the ball gets to be in his hand. He gets to do everything. Because I was like him, like OG could be a spot up shooter. I'm not saying Mikal can't, but he had a little bit more potential. He doesn't do what. I was like,
this is first trip to the line.
Cause maybe Mikal needs more. Just like get him like let it run through him, give him all the touches. I was like, anyway, that's what I was like. I don't think it. If they would have gave him the foul, that'd have been fine. But I was like, cause Shamit did go cross body to sell it, but Wemby did lean over what you're not supposed to do with a screen, especially with his leaning tower Pisa looking. And then, to be honest, I was like, I like that matchup. I was like, I like the McBride on Dylan Harper matchup because I like you got somebody who like young and move with them. I was, draws a foul. Man, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, they've been giving a lot of Spurs those rip through fouls.
It's the right ankle. First 8 years in the league, made the playoffs once. Out the first round.
That's what I was saying. Cause I wish they would show the replay on something like that. Cause I'm like, what? I was like, what that a foul or did it just look like that?
Vegas and Carroll Game one, 5-4.
Man, I was like, I wish I knew a little bit more about hockey. I watched. I was like Carolina Hurricanes. I was like, that'd be the squad. I would be. Uh, Brunson gonna probably have to play this whole game. I ain't gonna lie. Man, but it's just dumb turnover because I'm like like if Brunson hurry up and make his move, I was like, yo, if Wemby blocks it, it's fine. That's the thing that just be killing me sometimes. I was like, that's my only thing. Oh, that's crazy! That was a bank. That was crazy. That was a bank. He gonna shoot from there. He's gonna shoot from there, guys. I was like, I knew, like he's going to. I was like, he's been doing this the last couple of times in the playoffs. I was like, he's going to take one of those like long threes. Yeah, he just slow footed. Hell yeah, met him on himself. That's crazy to get a bank shot off of the corner three is crazy.
You're in business. You in every.
I was trying to figure out who face that was. I was like, oh, okay, Tom Holland. You know what? I actually kind of like. It really is. It's really weird how all the famous people, all the people that got money, whatever you want to say, is how many of them all have beers, all of them have liquor, all of them have so many products that I'm kind of like, how do all of y'all make money off of this in a way that I'm like I'm like, are you out here going to buy the beer just because of Tom Holland? Like, how many fans do we have to where you're able to do that and make enough of a profit off of it? You know, that I like stuff like that. I'll just be thinking, I'm like, do you really be making a profit off of it, or just one of them things that you put your money into something and you put it in an LLC, you put it in a trust, like a trust fund here, or like a bond and all that other stuff, and you flip the money around, and that's how like one of them things. I'm not over here acting like I know like the business. Otherwise, I was like, I'd be over here with a little bit more bukus of money. But like that doesn't seem like what it is. It's just like, oh man, like it's like how many of y'all can have something that somebody else had? It's not like it ain't like for instance, like when Kevin Hart was doing the underwear, I'm like, okay, it ain't really nobody that of that type of celebrity and stuff that has underwear. Okay, cool. That's you cornering a market that might not have been, that's not really there. Or like Wade with he would do with socks and stuff. I was like, to me, I'm like, okay, socks, I can understand how I was like, I'm trying to think of somebody, but I can see how somebody like, oh, these type of socks, I'm gonna buy these socks. But I'm just thinking, I'm like, everybody got like a tequila or something like that, and I'm just like, how do you just get yours going more nowadays? Because there was a time where it just seemed like certain people had their stuff. Now it seems like everybody got something.
You're not buying your toys from the Super Bowl?
No, I got one for while we're in LA. Like
Toy Story.
Toy Story.
The whole company's going. Control.
Who? Oh, it's Moss. Okay. That's actually kind of crazy that Randy Moss is a Patriot. Huh. And it's actually, you know what? Huh. Kind of like Peyton Manning is always a Bronco. And I mean, it seems like he's cool with the Colts, but he's always a Bronco. I sort of get if Moss sort of did that, where it's like in a little bit of a way. Shoot it. I think Alvarado should have shot it. Yeah, because you gotta have one of them on there. OG. Now I was like, see, and I'm fine with this. First lead of the game. I was like, I like this. I like this lineup, especially if Barnes is going to be in here. Man, I think that's sort of like a punkish foul right there, BS foul.
Gotta keep a body on him at all times. He's got outstanding hits.
Oh, okay. I was like, I guess I'll give it a little bit. Yep. To me, I was like, that's where that being tired comes in. He ain't hit none of his jump shots. I was like, it's free. I like the free throw stuff. He'll make the next one, but to me, I'm like, that's where. But I was like, I was like, won't show up in the box score, but him just being out there still is something. But like they just gotta take advantage of it. Yeah, you got to give it the cat. No, they try. To me, I'm like, good. No, that Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, OG sold it, but I was like, I can see that you pushed him.
It's a running start. Fox saw him shoot by him at the corner of his eye. The only thing he could do to get that offensive.
No, I was like, no, that's still fair. That's still fair. I was like, y'all ain't see nobody. I was like, nobody moving. Ain't nobody really out here switching. I'm like, it worked out, but still. Yeah, I was gonna say, Carl ain't falling for none of that fakey fake. They're gonna about to get Dylan Harper in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna say OG. I was like OG or Cat got the match. Man, he should have passed it to Shaman. Yeah, but but I was like, you gotta take that one though. You gotta take that one though. Got it. Yeah, I was like, but I think this. I was like, they gonna put Harper and Champagne back in there. So I was like, Barnes is coming out. I wonder who else is gonna come out. That's a nice move. Another nice move over here in the washing machine. The washing machine. Okay, nobody. I was like, nobody gonna know, but that's for me. But take it to the basket. Take it to the basket. Oh, never mind. I don't play this game. Never mind. I was like, you do your own thing, buddy. Never mind here. You know what? You know what? That's why your name's OG. That's why your name's OG, buddy. Castle gonna hit that one. He's been missing all night. I was like, he gonna hit one. They don't let it get too crazy now. They don't let it get too crazy. Oh man, I should have let the mustache be a little bit thicker up there. Oh man. See, now they starting. I was like, now they starting to pick it up. Now it's enough of this filling out, whatever. It's like, nah, we about to hit these baskets. Yo, come on, y'all gotta do something. Yo, somebody get in front of Victor. Let Castle shoot it. Let Castle shoot it. No, that was stupid, McBride. That ain't you, dog. That is not you, sir. Dang. Yeah, I was like, I need to see that again because I like obviously didn't see that. Like, see, that's the type of stuff that makes me mad. And Kenny was talking about this where he was like moving too fast. I was like, McBride, there was no reason for you to do that. You didn't have the step that you thought you had. There was no reason for you to do that, McBride. Like, and then I was like, they started playing that game a bit. Like, I was like, you don't want to take it too far on the shot clock, obviously. But I mean, I was like, even OG sizing Wemby up or whatever, I was like, to me, that was still enough time. That gave you enough wiggle room. I was like, well, McBride, I was like, that's that stupid stuff that's like, even though it doesn't count as a turnover, it's a swing of the game. And I was like, I want to see. I was like, see that play again without necessarily rewinding it. What happened to Shaman? Because I was like, to me, I'm like, Shaman done that a couple times, where it's been something where it's like instead of just playing defense or whatever, I was like just staying there for a maybe charge instead of like something that was actually a charge. So, Caitlin Clark ain't been playing like nothing this year.
Play for the Ultras.
I was like, to me, I was like, OG hits that three. And even though they go back down and Castle hits that three, that's not one of them. That shouldn't be one of them panic scenarios. Castle hit the three, not Champagny, not Vassell, in the way that they shoot the threes. And it also wasn't like a real breakdown. Like, yes, it was a breakdown, but it was still smart enough and aware enough that like, that's Castle. I'm gonna go get the other guy with dreads. So, yeah, I was like, to me, I'm like, Castle hits that three, you live with it. That's cool. I was like, but you stay home to everybody else. And then me and I was like, see, this is where I was like, now you need Brunson in there. I was like, but see, this is why I'm like, I was like, you know, I can't say that because I was gonna say, I was like, why somebody like this is the movie I was talking about. I was talking about with I was like, you gotta have McBride out there because he plays defense and he can hit the three. And that's why I didn't like him taking it to the basket. I understood that it was like he felt like he had a step and when he wasn't there. The end of Oak Street. That's not until August 14th. Never mind, guys. That's months from now. I was like, but yeah. I was like, to me, I was like, I just think I just sort of been wondering. I was like, why Clarkson not out there? And I was like, I get it at some young dudes out there, but to me, I was like, to me, it's a little bit more of a veteran guy that's like also knows he's not going to take it to the basket, but also is still a 3-point threat. I would like to handle the ball enough. I was like, you sort of get what I was like. That's give or take with McBride. Obviously, you're not gonna get the same defense you do with Clarkson. Mitchell, now you got to be out here doing some OG stuff. And see, to me, I was like, that's where Brunson comes in handy. They still got McBride out there. There's no Shamet, so I was like, to me, that's the part you don't have a 3-point threat out there. You got people that can hit the three, but you don't have a threat. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yeah, he bumped him. But that's a rock. It wasn't. He ain't gonna be in no San Antonio.
The talent is there, obviously, but it's the mentality. He's just not based by
that's a foul.
the stage, and he is a guy that is just constantly attacking.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna say, I was like, I get it. The idea is to make them go baseline, but you got there poorly. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. I'm glad. I'm glad. They're gonna be mad. They're like, why you ain't get a foul there, but I got a foul here. Castle like, I was bodying him. Oh, that's a foul.
Just make sure he doesn't get an and But when you got
yeah.
you're lucky that doesn't leave.
I was like, so who they got in now? Man, McBride is chilling now. Still Bridges. Yeah, Bridges ain't gonna go nowhere right now. I was like, Victor gonna come back in there. Yeah, they ain't gotta.
I don't say this to Cody's favor because
oh, Shamet. See, I was like, they put Shamet back in there. I was like, you need. I was like, he's a threat in a way. And I was like, look, I ain't saying he ain't no defensive guy, but I was like, he can at least slide them puppies, as Big Kendrick Perk would say. And I was like, he cuts to the basket really well too. You know what he remind me of? It sort of remind me of Duncan Robinson. Like the dude you don't think is going to go to the basket, and that's why he's able to get to the basket because he's subtle with it. Oh, there go one of them big women that Charles Barkley be talking about. I was like that's more warm my heart. I was like, as we both would share apple pie. Hey. Yo, I like this. This been a fire game. This been a good game. I'd rather do the dribble stuff.
Use some half games,
Watch his half game.
Yeah, I was like, man, that movie's gonna be. You know what's funny is when people are always complaining like they want new movie, they want new thing, they want new game, they want all this other stuff, and then you get them, and then you either trash talk them, badmouth them, don't. So I was like, the supporting thing is sort of is I was like that sort of give or take or whatever. Because I was like, I sort of do. I was like, I get that in some instances where it's like. With some things, you need word of mouth in order to support or whatever. Because you got to support things with your money in order for it to make a big change or whatever. But I just don't understand where it's just like, you know what? I want all this stuff, but now I also don't want it the way that you gave it to me. So therefore, I don't actually want it. But then I'm gonna get mad when you give me something that I was like I know and I love almost to a fault. So what I was like to me, and I was like sometimes I think sometimes some stuff is different. Scary movie, I think of the IP. It's been missing for about like 10 years or so. And I was like, cause like I've seen like somebody was doing like they were doing talking about a video and it was talking about wanting like some original stuff. And to be honest, there's nothing we have passed original stuff. Everything is basically influenced or by something. Like I was like there to me, I was like, there's not really too many original stuff or idea because you also got some people that are mad that you don't. We like my point was going to be with like comic book movies. To me that don't count as like rehashing the same old thing when I get a different, like say for instance Marvel movie. I was like, it's a different Marvel movie, the different superhero, the different story. Yes, you have maybe some of the trouble, some of the things and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's a different movie. It's not like how they've been doing Chucky, where like Chucky doesn't have like 2 or 3 reboots really quickly. Or how like we was sort of feeling with Spider-Man, where it's like where it's just like, oh, bring it back. But I think superhero movies are different because there's enough of a catalog to say that they're all different while it's the same character or whatever. And I was like, but to me, I was like, you're supposed to sort of make sequels and trilogies to some movies, not all movies. Or whatever. The thing is that it's not like to me the 90s was like I was like mid 80s, all of the 90s, and a little bit of the 2000 and the beginning of the 2000s. I feel like were a lot of let's try something. That's weird. That's original. Oh, he about to go to the slammer. He about to get roughed up. Yeah, I'm glad it happened quickly.
But I'm saying right now, that's the thing. There was a steal there by the net. Yeah. And so I think even Mike Brown is asking for a jump ball because I don't know if there's true possession.
Yeah. Because I was like
Discussing like that. All of the coaches together.
yeah, I was like I think it just jumped the ball. Just jump the ball. I think that'd be the easiest.
The Spurs played finals game in 2014. Scott wants to referee that. As well. So I'm a security guard in pursuit. What's your Robinson like? What's this dude doing? Scott Thorson.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of those situations where I feel like if that security guard would have came in there and clocked him, I think one clocking is fine. Yeah, because I feel like it was just gonna go. It was just gonna go out of bounds because like Bridges tipped it. Because they were still in pursuit. They didn't know there was somebody on the court. There was no whistle. So to me, I was like, I think it doesn't matter. There was nothing clear or nothing. Ooh! I was like, that was smooth there, little buddy, smooth. I guess also because he constantly is moving. That way they can't really call it in the same way. I'm surprised they ain't call that a little bit on Wemby. Like it was. I mean, it was a whole bunch of cluster, but I'm glad they're letting them play. That's travel. That's travel. Now I was like, now they playing. Now they playing.
Spurs went like 14 to the third quarter. Now when it's up by 8.
And then I was like, now the Spurs are being tired.
Yeah, this is 4 games in 23 days. And right now, you got decisions to make for the Spurs to put you in the Brunson is doing right now. You got to think about
Good. See, I like McBride would have tried to take that thing to the hoop. He should have taken another jump shot. Oh man. Yo, I hate that dude Mikhail. I ain't gonna lie. He had to been my favorite at all. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but that would have won. That would have won them shot. That would have them like, oh, thank God. Shot. Cause if he would have, I was like, I was like, he'll do this every now and then. It's one of them shots that's like, they miss it. I feel like that's one of them when I would like to win. They ain't nothing they sales anymore. Even though Wemby ain't going to cop out quick in that type of way. Oh, my phone over here trying to lay it down and end it on me. Oh, baby. Oh, that's the first time the USB just went in properly instead of you having to flip, flop, flippity hip. All right, cool. I was like,
in terms of
be like, popping corn, popping.
Not for those at high risk. Introducing Cologuard Plus. It's the box that checks all the boxes.
I was like, I'm not gonna do that. What was? Yo, sometimes I hate. Like my phone, I was over here trying to respond to a message. It was like in a little bubble. I was like, I hit the button. It went back to the bubble. I hit the bubble, and it just deleted itself. And I'm like, I didn't drag or drop or do nothing. But okay, fine here, buddy. Well, Brunson gonna be cooking. See, that's the thing too about Brunson is like, 'cause he's so big that when you body him, he just sort of just turned into a spin move. Whew, I was like, be able to recover real quickly. Let him shoot it. Oh, y'all bail that man out. Bailed him out. Wait, does that little girl also have the jersey of Jeremy? I'm look, you know what? Yo, I was like, hey, the kid likes what she likes. She wants what she wants. She was like, that must have been one of her fan favorites. She probably liked it because he multicolor his hair and stuff like that. So you know what? I was like, and to be honest, I'm not even tripping over the little girl. Little girl do what she want to. I was like, yo, you gotta make the kids happy in you. But I really gotta come at the mama. That's why. But I was like, maybe she like, hey, they want baby. You know what? What your baby want? What your baby gonna get? 'Cause what a girl wants, what a girl needs. Y'all like you either gotta let Brunson cook or you gotta let Carl have the ball. That was contested like crazy. Dang. Yeah. You let Castle have that one. Yo, I like y'all trying to get the Spurs this. Yo, Bronson, you need to move out the way, damn it. Cause I like Bronson once again, bro. Move, Bronson. Dang, like I can understand how the Harrison Barnes one got you. But come on, man. I was like, why you still looking up to see if you made a basket or not? You already heard the whistle. All right, now let's make a basket to calm they down. Come on now. I was like, I understand they trying to let Brunson cook. Yeah, I was like, yeah, cause I get it. He was trying to get him with the foul. Calm it down. Calm it down. Yeah, he just missed it. But I was like, that was fine. I was fine with Shaman taking like that type of shot too. No, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Take that one. Take that one.
For the Spurs, they played in so many intense games. You can see it's 93-94. It's because both teams have a fatigue because they are playing so hard.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. No, they tired. I was like, he ain't really in like I was like, hey, I was like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I ain't gonna be over here talking too much mess. But I think you just keep this unit out there. I was like, I guess the only I was like, they got McHale in there. Man. Yeah, I think now I'm like now you start throwing the ball around instead of letting Brunson just cook. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. See, at least I was like some ball movement. I was like mess up their rhythm, can't get in their defensive stance. Town, don't go for the rip through. I was like, don't go for the rip through. Oh, down to the last minute. Take him. Take him. I hate it when they go all the, sometimes they go all the way back there, but they ain't double teaming, so it's fine. Yeah. No, I was like that. I was like, that's right. They was bailing them out.
Look, he was 1 for 8, but the smallest player on the court keeps the ball alive. And knocks down his second 3 of the game.
This is outside. And New York City. The great celebrations in all of sports. Number 1, big league.
And like you saw on that last possession, Brunson had the some of the Rams that he was good on the first time. They took up the initial. That's what opened up that cut by Bridges right to the middle. Behind that defense. When they're going to slow down.
I'm like, hopefully that get Bridges something. I was like, even though it's a minute left, I'm just talking about boy. That's a travel. That was a travel. He was like, and then he started dribbling. It could be the finishing. That's the finisher. That's the finisher. That's a finisher. I was like, cause they haven't given them any like free throw calls.
Run out of that. Jalen Brunson in situations. I mean, the shot making and it's the array, the variety of it. He hits you. That was the most difficult part of the punch. But what team has the ball in the hands of?
Yeah, no, I was like, that's great.
Performance. It was a
I was like, I'm surprised they put Shaman in there for the defense because it's the defensive possession. You know, just because I'm like Shaman, I get it if you can make the switch when they're about to foul. But I also said Shaman too. He been active. And the thing is, the people that think that you got to be a good defensive player by because you making stops and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just being active, it's energy. Like Carter Bryant, you see it there. I was like, he ain't got like necessarily fundamentals down pat, but I was like, but you see he's active and his energy, he's ready to go.
While our nation's best are giving their blood, sweat, and tears on the pitch.
I was like, and I was gonna say, I was like, and Jesus, and it took nearly the whole game. But I was like, they finally like chilled out. They stopped trying to play like speedball with the youngsters and actually just go through it. I was like, whether that was Brunson just cooking or whatever, Carl, I was like, they stopped just being like gung ho with some of the stuff. Without who I think I like McBride was sort of doing too much with that. Bridges was doing too much with that. Hart and OG2 and extent, but Jose Alvarado.
It goes off.
I was like when they do it, I was like, well, Jose Alvarado been short all of life, like how I did like a video of this like with Brunson. But I was like, when you're that short, you already know I ain't gonna take you to the hole like that. I gotta be opens.
So, San Antonio had called this timeout. 30 seconds and 90 left. And the Knicks challenge. Therefore, San Antonio will be charged a timeout for this successful challenge. The Knicks will retain their challenge.
And that was smart right there. But
Yeah.
you don't overreact on penetration in this situation. If you can beat ball to the wrist, so be it. Everybody stay home with shooters. That's why shooters is in that position. Knicks will now full timeout so they can advance the ball in the front court.
All right. They're the little girl favorite player. I was like, it's been sloppy, but it's been a good game. It's been a good game.
122 Fahrenheit. Fine grade.
Tested it 122 Fahrenheit. Dog, what we tested it for? I don't understand what we're testing it for. Okay, it is. It's like I guess it's the name of the defender, then it's doing what it's supposed to do. I guess. You know what? I got to say that Zevo trap thing is not. It's hard to explain. And I'm like, it get rid of bugs that you don't even know was there. So it does its job. You know, just like the old little glue, little fly trap. But it don't get rid of the bugs that you see, but you also can't do nothing about. I ain't talking about like flies, because you can sort of get flies. You got fly swatter, you get something. You can take out the fly. It's big enough, but you get out a fly. But I'm talking about like gnats. It don't get out enough of them that you need. Which, knock on wood, it hasn't been bad so far at the beginning of this, this warmest weather. Cause I swear to I was like, them gnats. They too small to fight, but if I could, I'd put them up. Yo, and Brunson. Okay, that's a band. Okay. I was like, yo, is his hair braided like that to where it don't fall over? I remember when I was like, I had Brunson's hairstyle. And it's getting him like how it got me, up in them corners. He got some fluff in his. He not worried. Yeah, one day slowed it down. That's the only thing I think I would give the Nuggets is another guy that could get his own shot without being a ball stopper. Who that would be? And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yo, I want to know. I was like, they about to ask what was said. I want to know. Hey, they lasted out them runs.
Another masterpiece.
They lasted out them runs. That's what they supposed to do. Yeah, you got the 2-strand twist.
With about 2:15 to go. Just what was the difference in those last 2 minutes?
I think just putting together wasn't really our night. It wasn't really my night most of the night. But we couldn't find a way, kept chipping away. I like how there's going to be worse way.
You guys were down 14 in the third quarter. What's
Listen to his post game interview.
Honestly, just that chemistry is stuff that happens on the back. A lot of things actually the whole life become better, but I think most important that together this way something good. I mean, whatever you need, I'm just gonna execute. That's doing this. I mean, he's gonna find a way.
You look like you got banged up once in the first quarter and in the second quarter. How's your body feeling right now?
Yeah.
The mindset is always to still one
Yeah.
of the first two on the road. You've already done that now. What's gonna be your mindset?
Still another one.
We gotta go back to the spots.
They had too many turnovers and stuff.
I think we have a lot of things we can do better.
We'll see you game two.
Jalen Brunson wants
Lisa Sosa's.
He has done it since his arrival 4 years ago. Now the next state game.
That Caleb Wilson?
7 years.
I think that is. The dude out of UNC, North Carolina. Look at Whitby. Oh, chocolate bleu. But yeah, I think that was Caleb Wilson.
And this is a 3-point game with 4 minutes to go. The Knicks have one of the great closers in the NBA and proved it again tonight.
Like I've been a Brunson fan since he got to New York, but
That was a big story.
I like that. I mean, one kind of I like Brunson.
Overshadowed by their offense during this run, but it's been
I was like out here for them for a short king, even though he probably 5'11", to be honest.
He walked back to the locker room in the first half after injuring his knee, but he returned.
About to call it a night.
Back here on Friday night.
Feel good. Yeah, okay. I figured it. I wonder if what is that Wednesday? Yeah, of course it's gonna be. I was like, I wonder if it's gonna be Friday. And I know they're gonna have a game on Sunday. They always have a game on Sunday. So I was like, I knew they were gonna have a game on. I was like, so that's good. Cause I think the other game ain't until. Cause I think they said they get a couple days. Like the first, it's like 1 day off in between games, and then after that, I think it's a couple days after that. So I think after Sunday, I think they play again on Wednesday. So they're probably going to keep this same matchup. Did they have it up on the screen? I was like, I don't remember. I don't know if they had it up on the screen or not. But yeah. So, oh, look at that. Close be done. I was like, what's the name not gonna come on?
Muffin joints the lineup. Open early at McDonald's. Your morning handled by Chevy Silverado.
What's it? Inside the NBA, you know?
For their families, for their communities.
I was like,
There's one thing they won't.
gonna laugh in color.
Just announced. For a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models.
Okay, let's join live.
Rebounds. Shannon,
I'm waiting to the commercial. I was like, has this been on the whole time?
that's how you win championships. Well, I really thought the pace of the game slowed down.
Yeah.
To me, just in my opinion, that's it. Because
Listen to Inside the NBA right now.
They're better. But when you let San Antonio go up and down because of their youthful exuberance, they can just play top ball and they can be in transition with Harper and Champagne and all of the players that they have wrestled. They all can just get into the rhythm of the game easier. I would make young players big decisions.
Not just that, but I was like, they can't body up like they could with the OKC.
Big decisions on the outside. I think it's just win for New York. It's elongated. But the key to the game was Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
That's going to get a lot of love. He scored the most points. If you have to watch that game, the biggest difference in that game was Carl Anthony Towns. Him being away from the back, and not posting up, and getting offensive rebounds. That's what made he was just, this was what I was impressed with. When he's aggressive like this, I was surprised he was getting around women as easy. I mean, he took it at him all night long. Josh Hart was fabulous.
Because he's not, I was like, because I was like,
Personally, that right, he got 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. This is another right, another 3-point play. This is why they made that run. This is it. Ronald played well, but all around his house.
I was like,
Series. He's going to have to be the best player for the Knicks. And he was the best player on the court for the Knicks tonight, in my opinion.
I was like, what it is that because they talking about they didn't think Carl could be able to go around Wemby like that. And I was like, what it was is that Wemby, y'all, I was like, y'all done got fooled because Wemby was able to stop Chet. That's what it was. Yeah. I was gonna say like that's why you can't go at Wemby in transition like that. You gotta. I like if you do it in your half court offense, that's different. Most time you still got bodies around to get the rebound. No, cause you gotta. I was like, to me, I was like, Harper, Fox. I'm not saying that you always let them just get to the basket and stuff like that, but I'm like Brunson, what he does, killing, and when he kills the clock, helps them out. Harper and Fox, when they doing the same, driving to the basket and all that hurts them if you stay home. Cause Brunson's going to take that shot pretty much. Where like Fox and Harper's going to take that shot. I was like Fox is going to also look to pass, but they get worn out in a different way than Brunson. That's what I was like. Long story short. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Of like, can Wemby get over in the back? Just because he was taller than him. Yeah, that's good defense. You can't do that about that, bro.
He finishes with Russell with 30 points, 12 on the floor, and 2 on the 3. That's not a good percentage.
I was like 30, 18, 17. That's fine that Hart didn't have a big. See, what it goes. No. Man, Wemby play like crap.
So San Antonio.
Nick just got big bodies for him. What you gonna say?
We gotta get moving in space towards the
Really? Their first game loss in game 1, maybe it's fine. Crazy.
Do a better job.
Hey Mitch, wondering about some of the early in the shot clock threes and what you
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any right now that I feel were egregious. There was definitely stretch there in the second quarter right now where, you know, we want to play for pace. We want to have threes and condition, but we also want those to be in rhythm, feel like they're our shot. Right, it's a question goes on. Again, you still- we definitely get to have that pressure. We got to make sure we're still putting force in the paint, and we'll still get our threes up with that.
Next 12 straight wins now in this postseason is the
Yeah. Ooh, I was like,
in this game.
oh, they about to talk the cat. All right, all right. One time about the one time for the one time.
My question to you is this: 18, you go 7 out of 15. But you were crucial in the comeback in the third quarter. Have you played a better game than this, given the circumstances?
I'm probably not. But,
I don't know, but I will say, you know, I'm upset I didn't shoot better. I was a little rusty, I feel like, but what I do say is I was really proud of the defense I brought out here tonight. So it was always about the defense. The defense was what won us the game. Our offense really didn't show up.
what is this?
And that's why we're leaving here with a win on a night where we didn't shoot well.
It was a great game tonight.
Appreciate
It's like there's a conscious effort that if he comes up to you, you're gonna give him that, you know, little jab and you know, drive right by him because you did that beautifully tonight. I was actually surprised how easy you made it look out there. I mean, or like I said, are you making that a conscious effort?
Oh, let me get up on myself.
I'm just reading what the defense gives me. You know, you know, early in the game, I just wanted to be aggressive in my playmaking, and of course, like you told me before, be aggressive in scoring too. Take my shot early, and you know, I just saw something right there that could work. It worked early, and I just wanted to continue to find ways to get to that if I had an opportunity. But again, it's all about winning. So just making those winning plays, impacting winning every single possession was all I was thinking about.
Okay, Cat, he trying.
You were fabulous tonight. I thought you were the MVP of the game. I know, but Brunson finished strong, but you were the guy who got it back. Down 14. My question is, you got 48 hours. You and Brunson are the leaders of this team. Yeah. What are y'all gonna say and do and get rid of all the BS that y'all don't have to listen to for the next 48 hours and get greedy and don't settle for a split?
I mean, block the noise and continue to worry about us. I said it before, I'll say it again. Every game we should be stepping in here, it should be 0-0. It should never be us thinking that we got one game or 2 games, 3 games, it doesn't matter. 0-0, that desperation, that energy.
I laugh because I was like, Carl at the town boys like, yeah, man, we just gonna be doing it like how we do it, you know. But then you talk to him and it'd be like, he's like, "What's up, guys?" And I was like, I just think that kind of like one of them you're happy and the other one you're not.
You know, congratulations, first of all. Secondly, you guys have played 4 games in about 20-something games, 23 games.
Yeah.
And now you go from the conference finals to the NBA finals.
To the NBA finals.
Intensity, effort, things that should even possibly surprised you about game 1 and being in your first NBA finals.
I have no idea.
Being honest with y'all, I don't want to sound anything like that, but Shaq, you would know what I'm saying. I don't know what it was, but I just felt a calm and a peace that I don't know, had to be coming from the woman above. So I felt really confident about today. It felt good. You know, I felt like a kid. It felt like it was just fun out here. This is something that as a kid you always dream about. You always hope that you just hope to be an NBA player, let alone be in the NBA finals. And all day it was just a weird feeling. It felt like I was a kid getting ready to go play my Saturday AAU games and Sunday AAU games, and in a way, I felt like I was seeing her in the stands, and it was fun. It was really fun. And
Oh, he made it real.
because you know, game 1 of the NBA Finals, you're told how the pressure is going to be.
No, that's sad.
I don't know. It felt like a certain presence was here that was very comforting and very loving. And I felt like I could have fun out here in game 1 of the NBA Finals, which is the weirdest thing because you would expect to had the pressure at the highest.
Yes, rest in peace to your beautiful mother.
I appreciate it.
This is the first time in a long time I've seen you take 8 to 10 days off and not come out resting. Did Mike Brown give you any days off? What was the routine?
I wonder. I was like, I didn't hear what's name might have said to be like mom and stuff.
Yeah, it was more about just adjusting from going into the conference finals and then coming to the finals. It was the I explained that we need to probably play more 5-on-5, get right back to it. So getting back to work quick was, I think, huge for us to not be as rusty. I don't think obviously we didn't shoot that well today, but
No, they shoot that well. It had a bunch of turnovers.
I think it worked out for us. We really got competitive in practice. We had a lot of 5-on-5, and I think it helped us not be as rusty today. And also, I think it also kept our minds sharp because our defense was great tonight, and that's what won the game.
Carl Anthony Towns chalked this one up to a real great team victory in game one, and also to Moms. Moms always get it done.
They always
What
do.
they did for you.
Always do.
Game one.
Always.
Thanks a lot for the time, brother.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks, Shaq.
I'm not sure they were rusty. I think they were rusty. They didn't play well. I think that's the one thing if you're Mike Brown, you're like, guys, we did not play well.
I mean, neither did Spurs. Ain't play that well either.
Good basketball game from an offensive standpoint. The percentages they shot, the turnovers in the first half, they cut them down in the second half. But they did not play great tonight at all.
No, they sort of fortunate.
Yeah, I was going to say either team shot the ball, not just the Knicks. I think you could call the Knicks rust, yes, and you could call the San Antonio News. But game two is start to where you start to get settled in about who you are and what you're going
And
to
who
do
you
in
are.
this finals. And game twos are very important. Even if no matter who wins game one, well, game two wins. Not necessarily because game two you kind of settle in and start to be like, okay, well, and this is for me. I remember the first finals. I look up and NBC at the time were doing.
All right, I think that's gonna be the end of this stream, everybody. I was like, nah, they're gonna be done with the analysis in a minute. The game is over. A good game. Glad the Knicks got that win out here because I was like, we ain't doing no Wemby at all. That's not what we doing. That's not what we about. Anyway, I appreciate everybody that was able to listen to me babble while we over here listening to some balls dribble. Wait. Anyway, appreciate it. Till next time. Peace. I'm out. Way up.